to the
Hello, welcome to the
fourth,
the last
book club
meeting.
So in 187
Page.
in first paragraph, like she's our sister as they started hitting the man with his crutch. And I was quite impressive because after I read this part, I saw Paravana really care about Lila and really worried that she went to minefield. So what do you think?
Me too, because I kind of got really impressive at this part because Paravana was not even like her real sister, but like she really cared about her. So I think it was quite impressive. What about you, Karla?
I think it was a little bit common since they're also young, and basically everyone means something to us. See, like for example, I sort of barely know John, and if he died, I would still cry. So it's basically the same thing. So, but theirs is a little bit closer, like yeah, because like she's responsible for her, and then she probably like would think that she did something wrong or she caused it.
Okay.
Yeah. Also in page 190 to page 192, there are like Paravana is writing a letter to Shaozia. Yeah. And after I read this, I noticed that Paravana is really worried about Lila, and even though Lila is not part of her family, she was really caring about her, and she buried her and put a stone around her like what he did for father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think Parvena is really caring about Lila, but because they met by a certain event, because they all got lost by the Taliban and the war, so they became friends, like quite friends. So I think it's a common thing too. Yeah. Can you scooch more because our face is not coming up? Okay.
So,
Are you done? Oh, sorry.
So I think that she wrote to Shaza because it's basically like a personal diary that she writes, but eventually someday someone will look at it, and I think it's like very personal to her, and that she whatever she writes, she like really expresses her feelings, and it's really powerful how she writes like that. At such a young age, we can write powerful as well, but no one can write as powerful as a person in the actual situation.
Oh, yeah, my last question. So in 195, there's like a author's note, and I want to ask you guys that what do you think author's trying to say about why do you think author wrote about Taliban in this book?
Because nowadays, there's many Afghanistan that is very poor, and there's many wars going around in the world. So I think the author wants to tell us that there's many poor and very hungry people around the world, and we should thank our life that we are born like this.
Okay, so I think that the author wanted to raise awareness about what's happening. So the author wrote a whole story of probably what actually happened to many kids in Afghanistan, and it's really unfair how Afghani kids some of them don't even reach to the age of what we are right now. They usually die young age, and people don't have enough money, and the Taliban just take their lives away. They take their childhood, and they don't get to have school, they don't get to have childhood like we do. So I think it's basically just raising awareness.
Okay.
So I'll start. And at page 183, when a woman in a burqa said the words in past to, which she couldn't understand, which Parvena couldn't understand, what could have she told to Parvena? Parvana earned like a power with that one message from the woman in a burqa, even though she didn't know what that means. How can she earn some power from it? But even though she couldn't understand that language.
I don't know.
Here?
I think because the woman put her arms around her, so I think Parvana felt comfortable about that because her situation was really really bad. So I think she earned some power. What about you guys?
I think she gains kind of power because like the woman is keep encouraging her and like trying to be friendly.
I think that she gained courage. Like she gained courage to do more things. She gained courage to keep taking care of her family, and this woman gave her comfort. And I think she was touched, like by her, in her heart, like touched by this woman, even though she didn't understand her. I think she was touched, and I think that it meant something to her, like really good, like so it meant that she could keep going in her life, and she wouldn't give up.
So at page 188, like right before Lila died, she said they were really really pretty. What do you guys think that really pretty thing represents? Like was that pretty thing the foods foods from the minefield or the minefields that she is used with, or is it a message that she wants to say before she dies?
I think that was so earlier in the text, like the page before, it says that they saw flowers, some stuff like flowers. But I think when she grabbed the parcel, the minefield blew, but she saw the flowers in it before it blew up. So I think that she means that they were so pretty, and so I think she got attracted to that. So I think that's why she got blown up by the minefield.
Yeah, I think I also agree with Karla.
Yeah, I think Karla's right. And my last question, it's not really a question, but at 188, when Parvana's mother complains about the war Afghan children, because she says like another dead child, and then how many dead Afghan children does the world need? And I think this part was very important because it summarized the point of this book and what author wants to tell us, and it connects with John's question that he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
do you see mine?
Oh, yeah. 2 minutes left.
Okay, so 182, first two paragraphs. Okay. So when the man said, cover up, the man spat at her, you are a woman, you should cover up. Do you think that Paravana regrets wearing women's clothes? Like a lot? Or does she not really mind?
She doesn't really mind because she wants to be a girl. She doesn't want to really act like a boy because she's a real girl, and she's now in a really really bad situation. She doesn't have any food and she has to care many children, so she doesn't care about covering up.
So what do you think?
I think she wants to be like a girl, because at the beginning of the book, she also want like a girl. Yeah.
I think that she knew what she was doing, that she could just stroll around being a woman, and that no one should be judging her, especially during this bad situation where everyone's living together. So I think that she felt that this man was really disrespectful due to their situation. So, page 186. So, Asif shook, so the first couple sentences, Asif shook his head. He couldn't hear her. Paravana took a deep breath, and it was just about to shout a message again when there was an explosion in the minefield. How do you think that? Do you think when Asif shook his head, Do you think he knew? Do you think that they knew she was gonna get hurt in the minefield?
I don't think so, because they cannot predict.
And I think the reason why Asif shook his head was because he couldn't hear Parvena's voice, so he shook his head. So I think even Asif felt that Lila was dangerous, but he couldn't hear what Parvena was saying, so I don't think he was predicting that Lila would die.
I think that they both knew somewhere in their mind that she was gonna either get hurt or die, because it's really dangerous and she's still a little girl and she still doesn't know what she's doing. So I think that Layla wanted to trust herself, and she did it, but I think that she was just a little girl and she didn't know what she was doing. Okay, so from the author's note, 196 to 197. So today the Taliban still exists. How far do you think they have come? See, for example, 9/11, they caused it. They took the boat over, and so they caused it. How much do you think that they have escalated since that? And this was in 2000. No, this was in 2002, I think. Yeah. So how far do you think they've escalated? Escalated is like how far do you think they have risen?
I don't think they will rise enough from now on, because many people doesn't like what Taliban are doing, and many other countries think that Afghanistan needs help from the Taliban. So I think they will do something for Afghanistan.
Nara, the U.S. has killed the Taliban leader. Although there's still a lot of Taliban, the Taliban number has increased, and well, a lot of Afghan children are still like this, but in worse conditions. Okay, guys, we have to go.
Okay, thank you for our last meeting.